Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic, and welcome back to the channel. And today, if you guys, is another LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga video. I know it's been quite a long time. Before we are moving on to Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, I have a video talking about, well, this video, talking about DLC. Now, we got some new DLC coming out. We actually got a bunch of characters. The last two packs that I actually talked about were the LEGO Star Wars Summer Vacation and the Clone Wars, packs. Now, this planet is kind of lagging. I am on my base Xbox One because I have to record on this console, so bear with me, but I do freaking love Takodana as a planet, so we're sticking on it. Here is the first character pack, which is going to be from the new Star Wars show, Andor. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Not my favorite, just saying, but it is pretty freaking cool nonetheless. I enjoyed it. I don't know if it's like best Star Wars show of all time, like everyone's saying, but I think it's pretty good. So here is, of course, Cassian Andor from the show. Now, he does look different than the Rogue One DLC pack. He basically just has longer hair and kind of a Jesus beard, but it is still kind of cool. He does have his, signature punching. He's got, a grapple gun. Look, a lot of the animation, I said this in the first DLC. Shut up, Hint Droid. A lot of these DLC characters are basically half-assed. I mean, it's just the truth. They're basically cut and dry, cut and paste. That's what it is. They're basically just skins. In the past, TT Games, Arthur Parsons, he would be interviewed for, like, LEGO Marvel 2 or LEGO DC Supervillains, whatever, and he'd be like, oh, yeah, every single character in the game has this power and, so many different abilities, and every character's different in so many ways, and, this guy's different. And it's like, yeah, what happened to that mentality? Because right now it's just, cool sound. He punches. What do you honestly do with Andor here? But, it is kind of whatever. Here is Supervisor Dedra Meero. Look, I've seen Andor, and they barely effing say their names, and when they do, they, like, whisper it. So I am going to rewatch it, soon. But definitely, yeah, whatever. I am going to be having a review, too. I'm not sure if that review is out already for the show, but whatever. So here is Dedra. I'm just going to say Dedra or Dedra. What is it? The hell's her name? Meero? Yeah, that checks out. They made her, like, really freaking ugly looking. She's not, like, pretty in the show, but she's not, like, that gross. You know what I mean? Like humans. But, again, punches. Attacks. Like Lego Batman jumping. She's got the freaking thermal detonator. Which, surprise, every villain has. She's got, her blaster pistol. Same generic sound effect. I'm not complaining. But at the same time, again, look, if you're going to genuinely spend money on these DLC packs, if you really love the Clone Wars or the, Rebels or Andor, whatever, if you really love the show or whatever that it's based on, movie, or if you just love Star Wars like myself, look, they're not that expensive, but they're definitely not worth it if you're expecting, like, brand new characters type of thing. So there is Dedra Meero or whatever. I'm going with that. We have, who's next here? We have... Bollocks. Cyril Karn? Again, I don't remember them saying his name at all in the show, but this is the guy who is kind of living with his mom and all that, and he gets... It sounds more... It's better than what I just said, but you gotta watch the show, okay? So here he is, pretty freaking cool looking. Again, he's got his standard punching. He's got his same exact animation. He's got thermal detonator. Let's check out the blaster. Same freaking sound effect. What do you know? I get it. Look, what do? You can't give Cyril Karn, the most badass thing in the world, and then expect, Dedra to not have that or Andor. Look, so I understand. It's hard to make these DLC characters when they don't really do anything in the show. They have a gun, they have a blaster, whatever, or a knife, whatever. So it is difficult, but again, it's just, it kind of bugs me, because it's cool because you can play as these characters, but at the same time, it is kind of a bummer because that's all they effing do, They don't really do a whole lot. It's just, they're just kind of there. We're going to go to Scavenger next, and we're going to have Bix Caleen, which I thought for the longest time they were saying Biggs, but it's Bix, B-I-X. Now, this character is a bit wonky because she basically has Rey's, like, angry face, I think, it might be... It's not Last Jedi Rey hair, but it looks like Rey. Her skin is also too white. She's kind of... I don't know. She's not black. I don't know what she is. Mexican. I don't know. She has like a darker skin tone in the show. So I kind of wish they would, honor that and just. I mean, look at that. She's white as the goddamn. She's white as a ghost. I don't know. Whatever. Punching. Oh no, she's not punching. Look at this first new one. She has a wrench. Now I don't. Suck it, Cassian. I don't think she has a. Maybe she. I have to rewatch the show. She does not have a blaster. All right, all she has is a wrench. So this is cool. At first I thought it was Rey's staff animation, which now that I'm actually doing it, it might be. Again, I'm assuming this is a copy paste type thing because this is the best Lego game ever. Like, it's hands down the best. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like they kind of cut and ran with these DLC. It's like, for God's sake, add the goddamn voices. Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? How long does that take to add voices? So it's kind of controversial if you look at it. A lot of people are pissed off. Again, I am a massive Star Wars fan. As you guys know, all Star Wars is good. I genuinely loved everything canon. Yeah, the prequels are wonky sometimes, but, I still love them. So it's kind of a shame that you're getting all these cool characters like Andor or Bix or whoever. And, it's cool she's got a wrench. But, I mean, that's about the extent of it. But, it is cool. I'm not complaining. Bix Caleen is a pretty cool character in the show, and I kind of wish they did her a little bit more justice in this DLC, but what are you going to do? Still kind of cool. At least you get to play as them. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Next we have, for the heroes, we have, I believe, one more hero. So there's Cassian Andor from Rogue One, and they're received from the Andor show. Let me see. Here we go. Luthen Rael. Real? I think it's Rail. I'm just going to say Luthen. He's a pretty cool character in the show. I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you haven't seen Andor, of course, watch it. It's freaking awesome. Not my favorite, but, it's good. And very good. So, this is cool. He looks neat. It's a cool character model. His face is kind of wonky, but whatever. Let's see. Punching, of course. He's got a grapple gun, which I think Andor has that too, right? Yeah, so it's basically... He grapples down, and then Luthen grapples down. It's the same effing thing. It's kind of a bummer. I wish they would do something different. A pretty standard blaster sound effect, too. Nothing too insane. Again, it's cool to play as Luthen in this game, which, again, is just based on the Skywalker Saga, right? Episode 1 to 9. Andor is not... I mean, it's part of it. It all counts. It's all in the same canon and all that. But, it's not... Andor's not part of 1 through 9, so to speak, if you're chronologically going from 1 to 9. So... It is cool to play these guys, but at the same time, I wish they did a little bit more. So I'm going to give the Andor character pack, it is cool to play as these guys, but at the same time, I wish it was more. So I'm going to give it probably an 8 out of 10. Again, for me, I love the show. I just love the Star Wars canon and the world, so it's pretty freaking cool to just play as these characters. But it is a bit of a bummer that, they didn't do more with it. So we're moving on from Andor. We're going to go to a different character pack here, a different DLC. I'm trying to even see what they did. Of course, we got Rogue One. I don't know if I even counted all those, but I'm only going to be talking about the new DLC. I don't even know if I did the old ones, but, maybe I can get to it eventually. Let's see, by the way, did they fix the Captain Rex thing? So, in the last video I had, they added Captain Rex, right? That was showcased in the last one. But in this one, they effed him up because Captain Rex, in the promotional material, mind you, in the trailer and picture for the DLC, he has a blue blaster bolt. Let's see. Look at that. Look at that piece of... Look at that crap. What is this, $1 billion company, I would effing think? TT Games? For God's sake. He's shooting red bolts. You idiots, you had one goddamn job. Anyway, I'm mad about that. They didn't fix it. TT Games, fix this. Fix the sky flicker. You're pissing me off with this stuff. Alright, we're moving on to Scavenger. We're going to do the Book of Boba Fett DLC pack, where we have Peli Moto. Again, they don't say their names in these shows half the time, and if they do, they say it like really effing fast. So it's kind of hard to say how they actually pronounce it. And I'm a big pronunciation guy in Star Wars. If you say something wrong, I'm going to call you out on it. So I'm going to guess it's... What the hell's her name? Peli Moto. I'm going to say Peli Moto. I don't know. Whatever. It's Peli, the girl. She kind of looks like Nia, the voice actress for Nia, Kelly Metzger or whatever. Let's see. I have never tested this out before. So she has no blaster. Let's see. The running animation's fairly, running. Jump. Okay, no flip-flop. Just that. I'll move away from this droid. Alright. She has a wrench. Okay, good. So kind of like Bix, but it is a different animation, so that's good. At least they didn't do that copy and paste her animation. Nothing too crazy. She just kind of beats the crap out of you with a wrench, which, I mean, look, that hurts like a biatch. Don't mess with Peli. But it is, standard. But hey, it's cool. She's not my favorite character in Star Wars. A lot of people think she's kind of annoying. I think she's alright. She's cool. I don't have a problem with her. She's a good character. So that is Peli Motto. We're moving over here to the Armorer from, this is from the Book of Boba Fett. It's weird that it isn't in the Mandalorian DLC packs, but it's in the Boba... I mean, she's in the show, but kind of weird. So here is the Armorer, which is pretty cool. Now, she is, of course, mainly known for beating the tar out of stormtroopers in what is it, season 1, I believe. But she is in, of course, the Book of Boba Fett. And I believe one episode, but it's cool. She's got her little, I don't say hammer, her thingamajig that she hammers and, makes stuff out of the, Beskar to, stuff for the Foundlings or stuff for Din or, the Mandalorian stuff. Oh, that's cool. Kind of pounds it down. Oh, listen to the sound, though. That's cool. Okay, so they did that. That's cool. I like that. So really cool, combo there. Pretty cool stuff. Again, no blaster. Cool running animation. Cool, animation for fighting. The Armorer's a pretty cool character. She does. My mom's main issue with Mandalorian is she goes, "This is the way." Every 5 effing seconds. I don't have a problem with it because it's like their religious code, I guess. This game's dropping lags like nothing. But dropping lags. Small fudger dropping bombs, dropping frames. That's what I'm saying. Dropping frames like it's nothing. But the Armor, cool character. I'm going to go somewhere where it isn't lagging to hell. Let's see. Alright, this is better. Coincidentally, this is still sky flickering, but whatever. So that is the Armor from, of course, the Book of Boba Fett as well. We're going to go to... Let me see, did I miss anything in Hero? Again, I'm going on this the first time. I'm going in here blind. I think I... got him. Alright, so we covered those. Let's move on to Scoundrel. Here we have Cobb Vanth, the Marshal from the Book of Boba Fett. Pretty cool, and I think, Mandalorian Season 2, but, he's in Boba Fett as well. Very cool stuff. He's a pretty cool character. I think he's really cool. He's got some really awesome one-liners. He looks like a badass. He's got, like, the Western thing, like, where he fights with Cad Bane, which is pretty cool. Again, jumping animation is pretty standard. Punching is standard. Okay, so he doesn't have the grapple hook. He actually shoots like a blaster. Which, it's something that they have. It's nothing too insane. And then the blaster sound. Pretty standard shite. Nothing too insane. Look, as I repeat myself again, it's all about playing as the character, not necessarily what they have to offer. Which kind of effing blows, because that's what LEGO games are all about, but... whatever, they got my money, I guess. Who gives a shit, right? They're not going to fix this. Or care. I'm lucky they even put it in the game. Still cool. So there is Cobb Vanth, the Marshal, from the Book of Boba Fett. Pretty cool stuff. Alright, moving on. That is the only Scoundrel in the entire DLC pack. From what I can see. We're moving on to Bounty Hunters. Here we go. Now, this is the cool stuff. We're going to go to Black Chrysanthemum first. Here we go, the Wookiee from the Book of Boba Fett. Kind of funny they just called him Chrysanthemum. I don't know if they didn't put the word black because it took too much wording, or they didn't want to say the word black. I don't know. I really don't want to know. I don't know if this is like a politically, motivated thing. I doubt it. But again, they're calling it, what is it? They're not calling it Slave 1, even though in canon it's still Slave 1. Whatever. Look, LEGO games, kids play them, but they're more for everyone. They're not strictly for children, so I don't know why they would... I don't know. I don't get it. Whatever. But here is Black Chrysanthemum, his official name. Very cool. I have to read some comics on this guy. He's a pretty badass Wookiee. Chewbacca, when you think of Wookiees, it's like, oh, Chewie and maybe Tarful. That's about it, for canon Wookiees. But Black Chrysanthemum really is one of those guys that, characters that you see him more and more in shows or comics or whatever, and it's pretty cool. Punching, nothing too crazy. Let's see. He just kind of looks like he collapsed like the Hulk. So that's a new animation. I like that. It's pretty dope. Okay, so there we go. Pretty cool. And then he is shooting like a multi, blaster shot each time. Now, there's another issue with these characters where if you have like Fennec Shand or Chrysanthemum here, if you aim, depending on where the camera is, the effing guy is zoomed in so friggin' far, he turns invisible half the time. So, it's a glitch. They gotta take care of it. Throws the stun and detonator for droids and all that. So that's kind of cool. And that is Chrysanthemum. We're gonna move over to Cad Bane. Sound like crap, sorry about that. But he is from a lot of different stuff. Obviously, he's from the Book of Boba Fett. He is in the Clone Wars. He is in the Bad Batch. He is in a bunch of stuff. And he's one of my favorite characters in the prequel slash, I guess, kind of original trilogy era. He's just a badass. Like, he looks cool. He sounds cool. You know, he's menacing. He kills guys in the animated shows. He does throw his droid detonator. But, you know, jump, pretty standard. Standard jump. Standard punch. That's cool. Alright, that's kind of cool. I like the sound, too. I like that. That's cool. I kind of wish Toto came with him, his droid buddy, but I don't want to say droid buddy. His droid slave, I guess. But Cobb Vanth, like I said, he's just one of those unique characters in the Book of Boba Fett. And hey, he freaking dies in that show. I really hope they don't bring him back because, you know, he's already in a lot of stuff. So I really hope Boba actually killed him. Spoilers, I guess. Oh, fuck. That's my bad. Hopefully you've seen the show by now. Anyway, we're moving on. Here is the next stuff. We're gonna, you know what, we're gonna see here. Is there anything else? Let's see. Villain. Let us see. I think that's it for villains for the Book of Boba Fett. Right? Darkseid. Here we go. I think that's it for Darkseid. There's no droids in these packs, and I don't believe there's anything for the extras. So we're going to go back to the Jedi, and we're going to go to the Obi-Wan Kenobi DLC next. Hello there. Oh, sorry. Hello there. There we go. It's more like it. So here is Obi-Wan, or Ben Kenobi, from the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show. This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, live-action Star Wars show. I freaking love it. I thought it was fantastic. So here's his jump. Again, triple, you know, normal jump Jedi abilities. Again, nothing too insane there. He basically just wields. It's literally the exact same animation as Obi-Wan from the base game. Basically the exact same thing. But, you know, it's cool to play as him when he's in the, you know, his Tatooine garb, I guess, from the show. Nothing insane, but still very bloody cool. Kind of wish they give you, like, little Leia or stuff like that. I wish they gave you more stuff, even, like, freaking Bad Batch. I wanted to play as Omega, but it didn't quite work out. Let's see here. Anything from Obi-Wan Kenobi? I think that's it. Hero. Let's see. Anything from Obi-Wan? I've got to look here. I don't believe so. If I do miss anyone, curse me out in the comments. I'm trying not to. There's Tarful. Alright, Scavenger. Nothing in that. Scoundrel. I don't think there's anything in... No. Okay. Bounty Hunter. Here we go. Let's see here. I think that's it. Right? There's not a whole lot from... Obi-Wan Kenobi. Villains. Let's check the villain category. I don't think there's anything in the villains, actually, for Obi-Wan. Yeah. Darkseid. This is where the bulk of it, obviously, is gonna show up. Here is Darth Vader from the Kenobi TV show. Again, if you have not seen Obi-Wan Kenobi, don't really know what to tell you. But this is, of course, Darth Vader, or Anakin, from the show. Now, he does look different than his, you know, unmasked Return of the Jedi look, which is kind of cool because he looks more white, more pale, like a ghost kind of in that. A lot of the animation, though, is very similar to Darth Vader. You know, his jump. He's very slow and, you know, powerful in his attacks and all that. Nothing too insane there, but... it still is pretty effing cool to, you know, play as this version of him from the show. Very cool stuff. Alright, moving on. We're going to have, who we got here now? The fifth brother, one of the Inquisitors. Which I'm really freaking glad they actually have the Inquisitors in the live action, or just any show, because, you know, they're majorly in, you know, the animated shows. And honestly, the animated shows are even better than the live action ones. I don't know why that bias is still there, that if it's animated, it's not worth your time. Effing watch the animated shows, alright? That's a franchise fanatic is telling you to do that, okay? Get on this. They're very much worth your time. But here is the fifth brother. Of course, we see another, what's this, few sisters in Jedi Fallen Order, the video game, which is also canon. But it's, you know, cool to see him in this game. Very awesome indeed. Nothing too insane with his... throw, you know, standard, you know, Darth Maul-esque combat, which is still really cool. But, you know, That's cool. So I think the Obi-Wan Kenobi pack has some pretty awesome characters actually. Here is the here's the Grand Inquisitor, the Grand Inquisitor. Jesus Christ, I can't talk and I sound like hell. But here's the Grand Inquisitor from, of course, Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's also in Rebels. He's like a Pawan or whatever, Pawan from Utapau. He looks different than he does in the Rebels TV show, and presumably any other canon stuff he's in, like a comic or whatever, I would guess. But, man, people lost their poop when this happened, man. I remember they're like, oh my God, it looks horrible! They absolutely lost their poop. And, look, if you translate how the Clone Wars characters look like Dooku to the live action shit, he's gonna look like a total narc. I mean, he's gonna look a total moron if you were to do that. Like, it would look so freaking ridiculous. So what they did, they made him not, I guess, as bowling pin in the head type look. It's more of like a normal human. But, if you're that pissed about it, you need to go touch grass, all right? Jesus Christ. I do think that, it's a good design. I think he's a really cool character. Really good stuff in the show. Looks freaking awesome. Really cool armor. And he does, of course, take the lightsaber out pretty unique. So that's pretty cool. I like that. And then we're going to move on to who we got here. We have one more for Obi-Wan Kenobi, I believe, and that is Reva, the third sister. And I'm not going to get into her. I think she is a great addition to the lore. Maybe her acting wasn't the best. She was more like, more of a thug than a Sith, I guess. She got better as the episodes progressed, but I do think she's a pretty cool character. And, all the racist bullshit hate online, I hate that. Just look, just stop. If you're making fun of the actress because she's in a Star Wars show, again, touch grass, go, I don't know, go drink some spice. I don't know. Do something with your life other than that. But I think she's a good character. Is she my favorite Sith and my favorite Inquisitor, my favorite character ever? No. But she's not a bad character. I really freaking liked her in the show. I liked where she ended up in the show. Hopefully we'll get more of her. I do not want Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2, as I think that wrapped up perfectly, and that would lead to A New Hope. But I think Reva is a pretty cool character. And, the lightsaber is really cool. I like her animation in the game. I don't know. Pretty cool shite. Alright. Wrong button. Now we're going to move on to... I'm trying to remember where we're at. Let me see here. We're going to do Rebels. Let's do Rebels next. So we have Ezra Bridger, who is, of course, in Rebels, and he's rumored to be in the Ahsoka show. So we'll see what happens there. I'm not entirely sure if that's happening. If they do cast him in live action, you got to get the guy from Aladdin 2019, the live-action Aladdin movie. That guy would be freaking perfect. I swear to God, he'd be amazing. So here is Ezra from Rebels. Very cool stuff, of course. Cool animation. I don't know if he does that many flips in the show, but he does have his signature green lightsaber, which is really cool. Again, he does not have a blaster. He just has the saber. So he does not... of course, this is not Season 1. I haven't seen Rebels in a while. I think it might be Season 1 and 2, but he does, he doesn't have his signature blaster type thing, lightsaber in the beginning. This is more of him as like a Jedi type thing, and it's cool. I kind of wish we got both versions, but is what it is. I think he looks really cool. I like the animation a lot of Ezra. It's pretty cool stuff, and cool character. Pretty awesome. All right, we're moving on to Kanan Jarrus. And that is not his real name. I forget his real name. Caleb Doom, I think. Caleb Dune, something like that. Of course, he was in the Bad Batch as a kid, or a teenager, I guess. And, of course, he's mainly in Rebels, obviously. I'm not going to spoil the entire show for you. But, yeah, newsflash, he's effing blind. He's not blind the whole show. I will not tell you how he goes blind, in case you haven't seen it. Please watch it. But, it is still kind of cool. I like the animation. The stance is pretty cool. Throw the lightsaber, same thing there. A lot of the new, the Boba Fett and Andor packs actually came out. I'm filming this on the 29th of November, and they came out today. For people who aren't, kiss butts of WB, and I do think that, I don't know. It's like this DLC pack came out a while ago, so it feels like these ones had more effort put into them. I don't know, but still cool, I don't mind it. I think it's pretty awesome. Alright, let's see here. Any more from Rebels in here? No. Okay. Hero. Let's see if there's anything in Hero for Rebels. Bo-Katan, I believe that was in the Clone Wars. That was not Rebels. Let's see here. Oh, Hera Syndulla. Of course, in Rebels, obviously, the Bad Batch is a kid. It's typical, blaster sound. Probably in a bunch of comics and novels that I haven't read, which I have to. And then she's also in Star Wars Squadrons, which is a first-person shooter game where, well, you're literally just in a freaking spaceship. You're like in the cockpit of a ship. I had it. I played Squadrons. It's a good campaign. It is canon, but I got bored of it after like 25 minutes, and I traded it in. But, it's a fun game for 20 minutes. Of course, this game is 10 times better. But there's Hera. Nothing too crazy again. I like the animation of her blaster. She pulls it out. She's like, hoocha! I like that. Nothing too insane, but she is a Twi'lek, so all the her hair kind of flops and flips everywhere, so that's kind of cool. Other than that, again, nothing too insane, but again, it's cool to play as these characters from the TV show Rebels, if anything. See anything else here? No, okay. Moving on to Scavenger. There is nothing in Scavenger. Scoundrel, anything here? No. Bounty Hunter. Good old Sabine Wren, which I'm not sure is going to be in Ahsoka. It's rumored she is. I don't know who's going to be playing her, but pretty cool blaster sound. It kind of sounds like a suppressor on it. And the recoil's effing crazy. Look at that. I'm just shooting. The recoil's insane. But yeah, nothing too insane. She's got her, droid disabling, detonator. Double jump, which is kind of cool. I like the, the character model looks pretty cool. I think that's really awesome. And again, I like the sound. But other than that, there's not much there. I like that. She kind of does a barrel roll. Jeez. Takes a while to kill him as Sabine, but Sabine's cool. I think she's one of the better characters in Rebels. Pretty awesome. She is a Mandalorian bounty hunter, so that is kind of cool that we actually put her in the bounty hunter, spot, which is pretty awesome. All right, villain. Right there at the top, Grand Admiral Thrawn, who is mentioned in The Mandalorian Season 2, and of course is in a lot of novels and comics and the Rebels TV show. Something does happen to him in the show, which I'm not going to spoil, but again, pretty bog standard blaster sound. Nothing too insane with the animation. It is cool to get like the combos and all that, but nothing too insane. I do like how he kind of is at attention if you like really run quick and he kind of feels his hair. That's kind of cool. But other than that, it's nothing too insane. It's cool to play as Thrawn. I think he's one of the cooler characters in the lore. I think he's really awesome in Rebels. I have not actually played him. I haven't read any of the books that he's based on by that Timothy Zahn guy, Zahn. I have to because they sound sick. But I have not read those yet. Gar Saxon, that was in the other one. I think that's it for villain. For Darkseid, for Rebels, let's see. I don't think there's anything there. Astromech and all of that. So let's see. Am I missing any other DLCs? I'm trying to think here before I end the video here. I'm pushing on 30 minutes, but there's a lot of stuff to cover in this game. They actually added a lot of characters since I last made this video. I don't think that might be it. I mean, if I'm missing anything, make sure to yell at me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure I got everything, I think. Let's see. Bodhi, that's from another thing. I got Andor. We got Rebels. We got Obi-Wan Kenobi, Book of Boba Fett, Andor. I think that might be about all the characters, I think. I'm going to play as Cad Bane again. And then we're going to switch Andor here. We'll switch him to... I don't know. Who should we pick? Bounty Hunter. We'll do... No, we're not. We're not doing that. We're going to do Villain. My computer turned off. That was cool. We're going to do good old-fashioned We'll do Dedra. How about that? She's pretty cool. So here is Andor and the Book of Boba Fett. These are the two main DLC packs that came out, at least at the time of recording on the 29th. But there's a lot of stuff here. You know, I mean, if you don't have the season pass, buy that. It gives you a lot of content. The new DLCs like, not Rogue One, Book of Boba Fett, Andor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Rebels, that kind of stuff, that is going to be not part of... So, you know, if you bought the season pass... Not included. You have to pay separately. It's an additional payment. Not anything expensive. You know, it's a Lego game. It's like probably $10. But again, if you love these Star Wars, you know, shows and movies and all that, you know, it definitely is worth picking up. If you are really, really into the characters having unique things and unique animations, a lot of them, you know, there were some, but not all of them are the same. They're very much copy and paste. It's just, again, basically playing as a skin. That's up to you. You know, I recommend it because I'm a massive Star Wars fan and I often love all this cool stuff I'm getting. But it is still kind of really awesome just to, you know, play as characters that aren't even in 1 through 9, you know, like Cad Bane or Dedra here, and actually kind of, you know, use them in a game that's based on stuff they're not even in. So it's really cool, and I do recommend them. Again, each DLC event I'd probably give, like, I don't know, an 8. 7.5, 8 out of 10. They're not insane, but they are pretty fun to, you know, use. So, hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Again, I'm going to be having my Andor review coming out soon. If not, if it might be out already, I don't know. But I'm going to be recording more Return of the Jedi soon. Don't worry, I did not forget. I just wanted to cover all of this big-ass DLC first, because I'm telling you, man, this is a lot to cover. And, again, sorry if this was kind of lagging. I'm playing on a 2013 console here, and for some reason, Takodon, I'm like, oh, I'll go here. I love Takodon. It's a great planet. And, they screwed me. But tell me in the comments down below if you have any of these DLCs and what is your favorite. I'm probably going to say Book of Boba Fett and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think those are my favorites, but I genuinely love them all. Again, they have issues. They're not, you know, a lot of them are copy and paste, but it is still cool, again, to play as these awesome characters in this awesome game. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.